Hello and welcome. I have a small mission today. I am off to Halfords again, which means going through the really crazy traffic. Now hopefully it won't be as bad as it was on Saturday when it was match day. Or was that Sunday? I've lost track. Anyway, whichever day was match day, probably Sunday I think. I have to go back to Halfords. I'm going to get a 30mm socket, which is a big old chunker. I need to adjust the headset, is what I always used to call it. I'm pretty sure that's what it's still called. And so the front forks are all the way sort of down there, effectively below the front headlight, and you actually access them by removing the headlight. Chuck a socket down through there, loosen it off. There's a locking nut, which is the 30mm locking nut, and then there's the ring beneath it, which you tighten to reduce play in the forks and the bearing in the forks. Yeah, there's just a couple of millimeters of play in the front fork. Well, I would say maybe a millimeter of play in the front fork. It does move just a little bit. So yes, on that basis, I would like to reduce that. I'll consider... I'll have a look and see what it's like when I'm there. If it's easy enough to clean and re-grease the top bearing at least. The bottom bearing, oh well, that would mean having to detach the cable. I'm not sure I really want to get into doing all that again, because it means fucking with the front brakes all over again. And they've been a bitch to set up. I don't really want to have to fuck with them again. But I might have to. Actually, I want to go that way. I'm going the correct way, thinking about it. I don't want to take that little right turn. The people come belting around that corner from the roundabout very quickly. And visibility is really poor, and it'd be really easy for me to come a cropper up that little road. So it makes sense. This is, yes, I remember the last time I did it. I decided that this is the direction I'd come anyway. Left. I was about to head straight. Ah, I should have headed straight. I'm going to do a quick U-turn, I think. This is the way I come back, but it means there's a one-way road section down here, and it's not really sensible to go the wrong way down a one-way road. I can never remember my labs from my retrievers. I think that's a lab. I think the retrievers have longer hair. I never remember. They're lovely dogs. high-speed undercarriage. Yeah, you won't come across this on your driving test. That would be quite evil, to go and ride around on the local driving test route. Bringing chaos and confusion. I don't know if I've ever gone in this direction before. And when I ride my bike, normal bike, I'm always coming the other direction. Oh yeah, I have a half-baked idea of something I'd like to try. The horn presently trips the motor cutout for a sort of mostly unknown reason. The theory is obviously that it's finding its way to ground somewhere, and that's causing the problem. And I just wanted to try it with the lights off. Nope, still cuts out. Because I've noticed that the LED bulbs, half of them sort of, they're like a sandwich, an upper half and a bottom half, and on both of them one half is dead. And I wondered if that was, I don't know, I have no idea how or why, but if that was causing some kind of weird electrical issue. It would make no sense if it did, because obviously they're electrically separate. Well, I suppose they do share a ground. But obviously if the lights are off, then they're physically disconnected. Or does it, oh, is it switched live or switched ground? That's an interesting thought. It could be that the ground is still common. I wonder, it's a crazy theory. Right. Right, let's chuck it down the hill. Wave to riders' bikes as we go by. Okay, hooray, there's nothing behind us. It would be nice to be able to full send it down here. It would be stupidly fast. But there's a roundabout just before that zebra crossing up ahead after this second set of speed bumps. And I can't presume that it's going to be safe. So I have to keep my speed under control. This car behind me doesn't care if I live or die. I can hear them coming up quite quickly behind me. I'm not exactly crawling. Okay, fair play, they haven't passed me. That was a fucking great big hole in the road. I learned last time that going the bus route is not my friend, and this is the way for me to go still. Then cross the road using the pedestrian crossing to the centre of the roundabout where I can pick up the cycle path. Hello there, it's alright.
We need the...
Oh, okay, sorry. There's literally nothing coming. And now I'm back on the cycle path. Ah, missed the lights. I learned last time that the button is only on this side. So I think I know what I'm doing on the way there. It's on the way back, it's going to be a bit of a head scratcher. Finding my way back onto the cycle path, it means I have to go around the roundabout and join in the traffic on the way back and hope the bus lane isn't fucked, basically. I'm stopping. I know this junction quite well and know well enough not to cross until I know that the cars have actually stopped, not presume they're going to stop just because it's red. Right, okay, this is easy now. We have our own cycle path for 80–90% of the way there. Check the GoPro's still working. It cut out down here last time. Yeah, still there. me. I don't think they're going to have one, but while I'm there I'll see if they've got a bell that I can use for pedestrians. The problem is I've got a really clear idea of what I want. They're these like tiny bells that they had on the e-scooters in Berlin, and I think it'd be perfect for the amount of space that I've got and what I'm looking for. So I have a feeling the internet is going to be my friend for that one. Oh man. Wow. The amount of dust coming off that bus. Oh, that's a fuck. I'm gonna have to pass that bus. Here again. Right, I will pause the video. Yeah, I have a tendency to get copyright claims in Halfords because they play music in there. So back in a minute. Okay, mission accomplished. Hopefully that's the right thing. It's what I measured. I can sit under the towel, stop it rattling about. Right. Try and make sense of the cycle path on the way home now. I'll let this van go because I'll hold them up. Bless them, they're letting me go, but I'm only going to hold them up. is fucking terrifying. Can people see me? Cheers. Okay. Alright, this is easy enough. The only scary bit was dealing with that roundabout. Roundabout. Old school internet meme reference. Wow, that cyclist is going for it. Fuck's given. I'll count them on no hands. So somewhere down there, this whole cycle path cuts across the entire road and goes over to the other side of the road. Makes sense, right? But hey, at least there is one. No idea if that thing's going to see me or not, if I'm going to register as a bicycle to it or not. I could be here a while. Okay, it's taken 3 attempts, but I get it now. Yeah, stopping in the junction to have a look at me, not helpful. Thanks. me, that was loud. Doing what? Okie doke. Let me check I still got you all. Yep, still got you all. GoPro hasn't crapped out yet. Now I get to enjoy the nice pedal all the way up this hill. I don't envy her having to push that pram all the way up this hill. So once I get to where the bus is, the hill starts to break and it becomes a bit more shallow again. This is a hard bit. Wish that car would hurry up and pass me while there's space, because there's not going to be space in a minute, and now there isn't. Now they're going to be breathing down the neck the whole way. How about now? Ah, okay. There's a van, so maybe they didn't have the acceleration to do it so easily. This is where I needed wing mirrors, I think, so I can see what's going on behind me. Good for your legs. I feel it in these muscles here more than in my thighs. Wait, hello to Vida's bicycles again. going to go through the park. It's funny, this thing makes more noise than the electric cars. I think it's the little planetary gearbox. There's a plastic planetary gearbox mounted on the motor. I think that's what makes the noise. Okay, nothing behind us. We're all good. Ah, shit. It's starting to rain. Crap. Okay, change of plan. I'm not entirely sure how the quickest way to get to where I want to be from here. I think it's probably left here, but I'm not sure. Let's try this. I'm not sure where I'm going to end up. I never come down there. And it's years since I've ever come this way. Like back when I was a kid and we all used to come over to this side of the heath on our BMXs to go in the dips and jump our bikes. Or in my case, originally my grifter, and I knackered my front forks, bent them to oblivion. My poor grifter. That's when I got a BMX. And I put a crack in the frame of the first one because it was a fairly cheap one. Then I got a Firebird Freestyler, which is a nice chromoly freestyle frame, and some cunt stole it, and I'm pretty sure I know who it was. It's one of those things, you don't have the evidence so you can't really do or say anything, but I'm pretty sure I know who it was. Okay, let's try this. Luckily the rain is just the lightest mist at present, but I'm not going to wait around and find out, fuck about and find out if it turns into real rain. I don't know which way the wind is going. Right to left, I think. So I think that's the weather we're getting. That's not so bad. But hey, I'm not going to take the chance. I need to get milk on the way back as well. CBR XX. So yeah, I worked out the other day, given the number of videos that I've posted and my average ride sort of distance and duration, that I've probably done somewhere between 600 and 1,000 miles in this now, which is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy to think I've done that much. But I take good care of it. Looks like I've caught up the drizzle again, for drizzle. CNC cutting service. That's like one of those geek tests. How can you tell? It's like a geek test. How can you tell a geek from a pervert? Ask them what a dungeon master is. Similarly, ask them what a CNC cutting service is. I think they need a tow. Did you hear that? One of the parrots. Ooh, that squeak is from me. Well, that'll be looked at this afternoon when I'm doing the headset. I think I just need to adjust the rear bearing again. Right, I'm going to pause recording because they don't want to be recorded in the shop, I'm sure. Back in a minute. So one of my silly cars when I had it back in the day, but I couldn't, it was too old, I couldn't put a V plate on that car. It was an M plate because it was from 1994, but I wanted to put V12 Ho on it. And that can be the secret stream message for the day. If you made it this far into the video, because I'm going to get to the stopping point soon, leave it in the comments below. Write a comment that says V12 Ho, and I know you're a legend that watched a lot of this video, or just that little bit of the video, just the right bit. Either way, you count as a legend. So yes, getting towards the end of the ride today. It's only rain stops play, to be honest. I'd be quite happy to keep going and have gone around the park. But the weather has other plans, and I'm not getting the chassis and all the various 38-year-old metal parts of this wet. Like I say, I'll take good care of it. So I shall go home, stick it in the garage, and do some maintenance. Adjust the headset and look at the rear brake, and yeah, take it from there. Right, so thank you so much for keeping me company on the ride. I'm not sure when I'll be out, it'll depend on the weather and how busy I am. So yeah, I'm C5 Live UK. I'll see you around. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Oh, it's nice and sunny now. Right. Crappy newspaper. I do not endorse any of them. It's just for my mum, bless her. Checking we're all still here. Yep, we're still here. Okay, let's rock on. And in the spirit of fuck it, it's all right now, I'm going to take the scenic route home. Oops, I need to go up this curb here. How am I going to get onto that? I'm going to have to do a U-turn and come back to it. This'll do. I'll just about make it around here. Here we go. resurfacing. The guy's chain was driving the Mojave Desert. Send it. That is a quite scary little turnout. Luckily right then it looked like the lights were red in all directions. But cars come just tearing around that corner because they've often just come straight off the dual carriageway. So last time I came this way and tried the cycle path going in this direction, I came to realise there's absolutely no point to it whatsoever unless there's a bus stopped in the narrow section where that blue car is just after where that blue car is reversed. Then it's only worth using in order to get around them. Okay, those clouds are looking pretty grey. I think it's time for no more scenic route. And I better just head back. Because I think they're coming this way. Yep. This feels like the opening scene of Star Wars, where the two robots make a run for it across the corridor, where there's all the shooting going on. And I'm making a quick dash across the road, hoping I don't get squished. Okay. Here's where I get the most speed up on my bicycle. That hill, there's something about that hill. It's just got the right gradient to get loads of speed. And I've come to learn that that side of the road, the bump on the far right hand side of the road, is where it's at the shallowest. So I'm guessing the owner of that Mercedes is a Brigadier General. Okay, that's subtle. I wanted to get a semi-custom plate